The Conservative Party of Canada has disqualified one of its main candidates from running in the leadership race in the mayor of Brampton, Patrick Brown. Brampton Mayor Patrick Brown has been quick to respond to the leadership election organizing committee, disqualifying him from the race, blaming Pierre Poilievre, who was also a main candidate in this leadership race's supporters. And joining me now to discuss those back and forths between the two campaigns, as well as what this means for the Conservative Party and how LEOC came to this decision, is the Conservative Party President Rob Batherson. Rob, let's start out with this, with the first piece that I mentioned in that introduction. To what extent is Patrick Brown right, if he's right at all, in saying that it was Pierre Poilievre supporters that initiated this and wanted him gone?
Well, Wyatt, there's no evidence of that. And I think many of us, if not all of us, on the Leadership Election Organizing Committee are quite sad of having to be put in this position to make a decision to disqualify a leadership candidate. I've personally known Patrick Brown for over 20 years. We were active together in the one of the two legacy parties, the Progressive Conservative Party of Canada. And so nobody wants to have to make these difficult decisions. But when faced with serious allegations, serious evidence of breaking not only the rules of the leadership election, but more importantly, the Canada Elections Act, we felt that having given Mr. Brown's campaign due process, the better part of a week to come into compliance, to answer the questions that were put to his campaign and his legal counsel, that the only decision realistically for the Leadership Election Organizing Committee, unfortunately, was to disqualify Mr. Brown and turn over the information that we had to Elections Canada so that they can make a determination as to appropriate next steps on these allegations of Mr. Brown's campaign breaking the law.
You said that you tried, and LEOC tried to give Mr. Brown and his campaign time due process to deal with these allegations. Patrick Brown, in my interview with him yesterday, said that he is unaware of the allegation and that his campaign team hasn't received a name of the person, etc. Is that true?
There is an exchange of written documents between the Conservative Party of Canada, where we listed many questions that we expected answers to. The response of Mr. Brown's campaign was wanting. It fell far short of the expectations that we put on leadership candidates for disclosure. And there were many, many conversations between our chair of the Leadership Election Organizing Committee, Ian Brody, our party's legal counsel, senior officials with Mr. Brown's campaign, and his legal counsel at the time. And this decision, unfortunately, should come as no surprise to Mr. Brown's campaign, because they were very much involved in conversations back and forth. Mr. Brown was afforded an opportunity to participate in one of the meetings. Mr. Brown declined. And so at the end of the day, we had to reach a decision one way or the other. And unfortunately, we had to disqualify Mr. Brown.